Alright, a quick few things before we get started in this video. So first of all, I'd like to say I was recording this with my iPhone 11, the 11 Pro, and I did switch the settings to 4K and 60 FPS. The 60 FPS seems fine. It's the 4K I have issues with. On my phone, when I was recording this, it seemed amazing. The quality seemed really good, it seemed really smooth, and even when I played it back on my iPhone, it seemed fine, right? The moment I transferred it to something else, WhatsApped it or I imported it to my PC, I uploaded it to YouTube, the quality became dead, like awful, and it wasn't even in 4K. I don't know why iPhone would let you record in 4K if you then can't export those videos in 4K. I don't know if there's something I did wrong. I don't know if there's some setting I'm missing, but I did try like 4 or 5 different things to try and get it onto another system which I can then edit it on, or get it to my PC where I can edit it on. And yeah, it just wasn't working. So unfortunately, we're stuck with this kind of shitty quality video. The video quality is pretty bad, but I've done my best, and unfortunately I can't re-record this. So I'm stuck with this, and unfortunately so are you guys. But it's an interesting video nonetheless, because guess what? It's not as simple as I first thought. I thought, oh, the outcome would be either this or that, but no, there's a few plot twists that come along later on down the line. So enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Hello there. Welcome to a new type of video. In this one, I'm just going to do a quick little test. In front of you, we have the Airpods Pro made by Apple. They are... God damn it, these gloves are not very good for this, but we have genuine AirPods Pro, both with the right and the left AirPods. Would not be using them if they didn't have it. And over here, we have the Samsung Beans, which is Samsung's version of wireless headphones. And again, they are genuine courtesy of my friend. I had to borrow them off him. It was either that or I paid £250 or £300, however much they cost. And I ain't got that kind of money right now, so I'm just going to thank him for that. So here's the thing. Whilst I was at the gym, I was just messing around with the AirPods. And if you notice something, I'm going to try and get a close-up on this. Right at the bottom, there are 2 metal contacts. One over here, and then one on the other side. And in between them, there's a little gap. So essentially, what's happening is one of them is a positive, one of them is negative, to obviously help charge it. So I'm going to leave that there. Now, if you look at the Beans, there are 2 contact pins. And it just so happens that you can actually fit them perfectly on. Oh, the lighting here is very bad. I've had to use another phone to give me lighting here. The pins actually work really well, and they connect really well. So I was actually wondering, could you potentially charge your AirPods Pro with a Beans case? And that's what I want to find out. So let's just... don't want to break it. Let's just try it really. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to line it up. And I'm only going to try one of them for 2 reasons. If I do break something, I don't want to break both headphones, and I don't want to break both pins. Again, this is not mine, so I really don't want to break anything. But there is a light there that, if it does work, hopefully that should light up. So I'm trying to cover it. This isn't actually that... It's actually really difficult, but I think maybe that will work. I think. Oh, okay. We got something. That was working for a second. Okay, so something is happening. I don't know what is happening, but something is happening there. That red light is flashing. There you go. Okay, I'm going to Google what that means. Give me a second. I did just do a quick Google search. Turns out, when the red light is flashing, right here, red light is on, it is actually charging. So apparently it does actually charge. And I did just take a screenshot of my case. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to hold it there for probably, I want to try and count to like a minute or two, and just see if I can actually get it to charge a bit. There you go, it's turned on. So let's see, we're on 30 seconds now. So I'll give it a couple, but I'll wait a minute or two. In the meantime, I can just discuss practical uses for this. So one use is, for example, if you lose your AirPods Pro case, and if you lose your AirPods Pro case, and your friend happens to have the Buds Alive, you could charge your AirPods Pro using this case. Apparently, other instances include, for example, if you order AirPods Pro off eBay, and you get the AirPods Pro in the Buds case. No idea why that would happen, but let's say that did happen. You could still actually charge it using the Buds case, apparently. The only worrying thing is, and I don't want to do this for too long, is I don't know how quick the Buds case actually charges. If it's charging too quick, it could potentially ruin the battery in my AirPods Pro. Now, I did already have to claim warranty on one of the AirPods. I think it was the right one, because it started to mess up, and I had to pay £80 deposit, which I still haven't got back. Apple, I want that £80 back. I gave you the faulty AirPods. Okay, I want that money back. But yeah, I don't want to ruin this one either, because that's another £80 out of my pocket, and I'm also don't want to ruin my mate's case. So it's been a minute and a half. I'm gonna give it. I need to hold it for at least 5 minutes, otherwise I'm not gonna know if it's actually made any difference or not. In any case, it's been a long day for me. A long day at work, and then gym after that. Is now what, 11:30. I am half asleep, and here I am holding a bloody AirPods, literally a left AirPods Pro against the bloody Buds, Samsung Buds or Beans, whatever, man. Like, I'm tired. My hands already hurting from holding this. At this point, the fact that I'm speaking to you is probably the only way you guys can tell that this is actually not just a still image, and I'm actually doing something here. Okay, it's been 2.5 minutes. I just wanted to check to make sure that I haven't damaged my AirPods, and I also want to check to make sure I haven't damaged this either. It looks good, so I'm gonna continue holding for at least another 2.5 minutes and just see if. And the things I realized, you have to hold it. So if you see, you have to hold it on the edge, literally just touch it like that, and it will charge. You don't have to push anything in, just tap it and it will charge. So, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't know what's happened here. Apparently, okay. I don't know if that it can't have charged that quick. No way. Okay. So I just now realized I probably should have put a clock in the background, just so you guys can see that time is actually moving and I'm not just doing nothing. Well, I am actually doing nothing, but it's not just a still image, and I keep messing this up. Come on. Who said Samsung and Apple hate each other? Samsung is literally making devices that work with Apple products, so clearly they got something going on. Okay, I'm bored of this. I'm bored. I can't be bothered. I just realized I spent like 3 minutes just holding this guy against this one. Okay, what I'm going to take another screenshot and just see if it's made any difference whatsoever to the charge. So, alright, guys. I can't actually believe this. I was doing this as a joke. Like, I just said the story. Like, I was at the gym with my mate, and he gave me his case to hold on to because I have zip pockets, and I was just messing around with it. And I saw the light come on at the gym, and I tried doing it again. It didn't work. And now, literally, I've been holding it for not even 5 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes. And you can see it's probably gained like 10% of its charge. It works. This actually works. No way. I'm not gonna. I fully was not expecting that. The other thing I wanted to see is can I actually fit the beans in the AirPods case? I wonder if I can get it to charge. With the AirPods, you can see the charging pad, the charging connections are right at the bottom in there. There's one over there, and then there's one down there. Obviously, the beans, they're right here. So it would be nice to try and get them to charge, but I don't think it's gonna work. So there go the beans. We'll try this one instead. I think that will do. I think it's charging. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm not gonna lie. We're good. As for this, well, I guess that's the video. That AirPod's gone. It's gone. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and have fun.
Alright, so I am back. I just got a few things I need to discuss because after I recorded that video, it turns out that it's trippy. Turns out that it wasn't quite as simple as I originally thought. So basically, the moment after I stopped recording and I put both my AirPods back in the case, you can see that what essentially happened is my left AirPod had significantly less charge than my right AirPod. Now, the thing to note here is my right AirPod was charging a little bit, but it did start around 60%. And my left AirPod, before I put it in the case, was indicating that it had been charged as well by the Buds case. So obviously, something has gone wrong here. I don't know what's exactly happened. I had a few theories. I came up with a few theories. One was being maybe the Buds case took charge from my AirPods, but I highly doubt that because I don't think they can reverse charge. Another theory I had was maybe I was holding the Buds or the AirPods the wrong way. For example, rather than charging it, it was taking charge because I held the connections the wrong way. And then I did try to reverse them, but the light wouldn't turn on at all when I reversed it. So there can only be one way that you can connect the two. Uh, so it wasn't that either. The other thing I thought maybe is the battery was leaking, which later on wasn't the case because everything seemed fine later on. And the last theory I had was maybe there was some kind of miscommunication between my Buds case. I'm sorry, not my Buds case, my AirPods case, and the AirPods itself, and maybe it was just miscommunicating and saying it had the wrong charge. But a whole what? So this was at around what 11:48. A whole 7 minutes later, around 11:55, you can see that the left AirPod hasn't actually jumped up to where the right AirPod is or anywhere near that. It's still under 50%, whereas beforehand it was around 60%. So something has gone wrong here. I don't know what, but I was keeping track of it later on. So the next day in the morning, you can see they were both at 100%. This was the next day at 10 in the morning. And then obviously I spent about a good 10, 20 minutes going to work. And after, listening to music on the train, my AirPods were at 90%. So they both dropped about 10%. And then later on, after I had gone gym and obviously I'd been using it for a little bit longer, you can see they're both around just under 50%, but they're both consistently the same. So it doesn't look like there was any long lasting effects to doing this, and it does seem like both the AirPods are still charging and losing charge at the same rate. So I don't think I've damaged my left AirPods. Good stuff. I don't think I could claim warranty if I did damage it because that would be one hell of a warranty claim. But yeah, I don't recommend doing this at all, simply because well, the main point of it is to charge the AirPods. And whilst it does seem like it did charge it from the get go, this screenshot here is indicating that it didn't charge it at all. In fact, it lost a lot of charge. Like it was on 60, we'll say it was on 40% before I put it in the case, in which case it's lost half of that charge within the 5 minutes that I put it on charge for. So rather than charging it, it took it. It's really no point. But then the only other thing I can think of is maybe it did actually have that charge, 60% worth of charge, but it was just miscommunicating that again to the case and then to my iPhone. And maybe, if I was to use it, I would get the full usage out of it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't recommend this. I don't recommend doing it. If you do want to, take this investigation a step further, feel free to do so. But I am not, disclaimer, I am not involved. I did not promote you to do this. I did not tell you to do this. Actually, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you do decide to do it, do record it and then obviously link me it so I can see it. But don't do it. I'm not taking responsibility. I can't even afford I can't even afford a replacement. Nah. Okay. But yeah, that's everything.